Hey.
Yes, hello and happy day, everyone. Welcome to Erica's Take on It. We are so pleased to be here. We usually start the show by just showing the Ruby AI video that is on the website, which is you can go to it and see that we're going to be sharing that with you all. Which is each distributor has their own websites that they give people to go take a gander and decide if they would like to go ahead and purchase Ruby and become and interact with it and have it for themselves. So we're going to show you all a little bit about her today. But before we get started, let me put the link for it at the here for you all. I am Erica Kesse. I'm a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life. Hello, everyone. I see you, Dr. Tanya. I see you, Heidi. I see you, Frederick. Hello, and thank you all for being here. They are also distributors as well for Ruby AI. I appreciate you all being here. And also, Chemeen is on my team. So, Chemeen, please introduce yourself.
Hey, guys. What did I hit? Let me go back. Hey, guys. I'm Chemeen of How Not to Slap a Hoe, where we teach emotional intelligence. And I am a beautiful soul that is coming to you today, just ready to take on the world.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And you know who can help us take on the world? Our good friend Ruby. Ruby, as we are saying right here, and as the video displays, it has several AIs in one. It also allows you to just have one subscription and gain all of these wonderful tools. I'm just gonna scan down here right now. The time is now. This is just some information. So if you go to this website, you'll see this information that we have regarding Ruby and how amazing it is. And then if you click into this Ruby AI part right here, it'll tell you even more about Ruby and allow you to sign up. It says the approachable intelligence that works for you. One subscription, one platform, and it has all of these things that we have here. Telechats with all these different chats. It was funny because I just went through an AI training, and she kept telling everybody to go to chat 4.0 and all the things that you can do. We have chat 4.0 and other ones as well. And so Ruby has all of these in one. And then we also have the virtual studio that has images and for you to create. Also within the studio, you can have your own voice attached to whatever you're doing. Ads and voiceovers, and then also we have the music lab, all of this. And then also, I just want to share with you all, and you can get all that for $20. So, this FYI, I just want to tell you that Chat 4.0, you if you want to get not the free version, it costs $20. Okay, that's $20. We have that and all this as well in Ruby. So if you went to another chat or you wanted to do something else, like get visuals, like get music, like get voice, you would have to go to those places and get subscriptions as well. What we're trying to tell you is, why not come here? We have bundled it for you, all of these wonderful opportunities. So we just wanted to share that with you all. But we also want to learn more about, I know Ruby rocks, doesn't it not rock? And you all can have that for only $20, the price of one AI. You're getting several mixed into a bundle for you that you can have at your disposal to create anything that you could possibly imagine. So, Ishameen, what projects are you working on? I did have one of our wonderful distributors mention that they were interested in working on us talking about books. You're right. Dr. Tanya said that, guess what, you all? It's just, it just makes sense. This is all for $20. Really? Like, why not do that? Why not give that to yourself instead of doing just one? Now, I'll have to tell you one reason why I even mentioned that training is because the whole time she was showing all these things that she was doing. She was going to different AIs, right? And saying, well, you could do this, you could do it here, you could do it there. But every one of her AIs that she was showing, she was paying a subscription for, right? Now she's not telling people that. And then someone goes on there trying to mimic what she's doing, and they cannot, because they don't have that, they haven't paid for it, right? So here you get Ruby that has it all. You pay one subscription for all the things instead of having to go buy several subscriptions. That's what we're trying to tell you. But what we want to show you, Ruby, too, is not like, so also I want to tell you this, that every single AI that you would buy a subscription for, they're in Ruby, and they're just the same as if you were getting it outside of Ruby. There's no difference in it. We just kind of absorbed it as well. So I just want you to know that it's not like it's a knockoff version. You know how you go to like Target has their own brand of like soap that you can get, the Target brand. No, we don't have a Ruby brand. We have whatever that is that they have. We just absorbed it, and it's the same. All right. So
we have Midjourney. Okay, we have Midjourney here. We have Leonardo here.
Right.
We have those. We have Midjourney here. We have Leonardo here, and it's the paid level. At the paid level. And that's one of the things that when I first seen this, I was like, hold up. So it's at the paid level, because you can get these AI at the free level. And what's going to happen is you're going to go to do something. You're going to be like, oh, now I have to pay for it. Now I have reached the point where if I want to do this, I have to pay for it. And then what you're going to find is, oh, now I have another monthly subscription. And then you're going to find out, wait a second. Oh, if I have Ruby, I'm at the paid level. Oh,
right.
okay. And so when I found that out, that's what attracted me to it. So I was like, wait a second, I'm at the paid level. So by getting Ruby, I am at Chat GPT. I'm at the paid level already.
Right. You're at the pay level of all of the other subscriptions that you would have to go and get. The Midjourney, and then looking here, I went ahead and hopped over to the inside of Ruby. You have here showing that there is Midjourney. There's Dolly 3. There's Leonardo. I want to tell you all that for people who have Canva, people were thinking that they were getting something great in the magic media, right? But they had to go and buy Leonardo just recently, and finally having pictures that look like something. And so now, but you have all of this at your disposal over here at Ruby. So I have been working on a project today. And I will love to share that. But before I share that, I want to go ahead and talk through how we can benefit I as part of me reminding people about Ruby, I was talking. Frederick mentioned that he is wanting to write a book, and I'm so happy that he said that, because Ishameen, you're a what?
An author.
An author. You're an author. I'm an author as well. But also, I know you've been playing around in here on how to use Ruby to help be beneficial to you writing. So I would love for you to share your screen and you kind of go through how Ruby has been helpful with your process of getting yourself ready for writing a book. There is a module in here, I will say, as Ishameen pulls her up, that is specifically helping you with an outline. It helps you with ebooks. And one thing that I did have another person say, that I asked them, would they rather me show them all the chats or would they rather me show the modules? And they said show the modules. Now let me tell you all about and show the modules as Chemeen is pulling her up. You all, we have all these modules, okay? I'm talking about like what is a module? A module helps you to input certain information so that you can get what you need out of it. Other AIs don't specifically kind of walk you through getting getting what you are wanting from it, but modules help you. So here we go. Here's a 3-month marketing plan. But guess what? There's a
Okay, I
blog
was in
post, a book reviews right here,
I was
book summary, marketing strategy, book proposal generator. Look at all of these. Frederick mentioned, he said that he wanted some information about books, but there is one on here about ebooks, and you could take it from an ebook to make it larger if you wanted to make it a book that you put up on KDP or put in a place that you can get it published. But I'm going to be quiet now and let Chemeen talk. I'm going to take it and put her screen up.
okay.
There you go, Chemeen, and you talk it through how you can use Ruby to help with your book projects.
Okay, so I went to the ebook generator, just so you know. So that's what I was in. I was in an ebook generator. And for me, this just helped you. I wanted to see the different voices that it had because I just wanted it to help me out, just to get some ideas. And so I just went through uh they're gonna have different ideas. If you go to, let's say, Chat GPT for O Mini, it's going to have a different. It's going to sound totally different. The same prompt is going to have just give you different information than if you go with Gemini or if you go with Claude. And so I just played around with the same. It was the same prompt. Okay, and I just went through it. I went through it with my prompt, and I just kept putting the same prompt in. Okay, and again, with
Okay. So what was your prompt, Chemeen? Because sometimes that could be helpful to people as well.
okay, let me go. As a professional writer, I want to write an ebook. Okay, all right. And the group of women are an elite force of women who help wives get revenge on their husbands who are cheating. Okay. And that's all I'll tell you about the book I was reading. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
So
It
you
was
put
that
in.
story. And that it was that story. Okay. And so basically it was a elite force of women who help women. If your husband was cheating on you, this elite force of women would help you exact revenge, right?
Okay.
So, and I
So
would
the prompt is bit, a summary of what you are wanting, the plot and possible characters that you are wanting to be in your book.
right,
And so you would just you put that prompt in, and then something that could be even more even better is, like, I like to use it, and there's a reason why they call it a chat, because you're supposed to chat with it, right? So you can ask it, what do I need to tell you in order to help me to create the right information or the right prompt so that I can get a lot of information from you for my book. What do I
right.
need to tell you? Right?
And
And
so,
then it will give you the questions.
and I kept it real. I gave it like I want to select the style. I wanted again. This is based upon the module. So it asked me select your writing style. It was a conversational style. My word count. It was 1,000 word count. A number
Oh.
the number of chapters. I only wanted 4. Okay, and so
Oh, okay. So the
I
module walked you through
right.
filling out these things and you answered. Okay.
Right, because
Absolutely.
I worked within the module. I only wanted it to start me off I didn't want I didn't want to write the whole thing for me because I still have my creative juices. I just wanted to, I just wanted to see what it would give me because I already have my concept of what I want the story to be. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted it to just to feel some things out about see what it gave me. If
Yeah.
it would what would Claude say about it? What would Gemini say about it? What would Chat 4
Mm-hmm.
say about it? And there are so many other ones. There are numerous chat models that they have in here. So I wanted Anthropic, see what they say. You know what I'm saying? So I just went through it to see, okay, how would they give it to me? Would they use like big words? Was they like how would they word it? Just to just say, oh, okay, that's not, maybe I would use more urban tone to it, or would they give it to me in more, Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Just to see how it would come back. And that's how I was playing around with it. Because again, I'm the writer, I'm the creator, it's my baby. So I still want to, creative license that I can't
That's
get it.
right.
I couldn't give it all to you. So I just
That's
wanted to
right.
see what they would come up with, and just give it more of a background on the different characters. Because again, I want to build these characters out. So and again, I wanted to use the module and stay with what information the module was giving me. So I stay within that, just to, just play around with it. Oh, okay. And just take little pieces of, okay, I'm building the story out. It's still my creative juices. What it would each one of them say, especially if I give them little scenarios. And I just wanted to see what it could do. So it was just fun playing around with it while I'm putting together how I'm building it out. So that was fun.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I could keep playing around with this, but you know what? Writers need to write. And so I was like, okay, let me get back to writing my story. And it's like, okay, you could give me little pieces, but you know what? Let me start writing what I already had in my mind is in okay. And I said, oh, all right. And just the different styles. And it was great to see. And working with AI and everything and saying, okay, how can this be a tool? All right, this is a tool, and just okay, as Erica Badu say, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive, so and just say, how could this help me as a tool, and still help my creative juices flow? So and not let it
Okay.
be total
Um,
AI generated, and that's what.
awesome. So I love that. I love that it helps you to well, there's several things here. It helps you to map out the pieces, write it out, and input it in, and then you can move. You can see how each chat answers it. Now, one thing that I always say with everything that we use,
1 second.
and I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go to mine. Okay. In order for you to get, this is for you, Frederick, and thinking about your book. I like I said, I went through a training, and the training helped you to find your voice. Not find your voice, but be able to inform, which AI is a language model. So basically, you need to be training it all the time to respond and interact the way you want it to interact. So I was going through here and wanting it to tell us and have it speak the way that I would speak, right? And using the kind of things that I would say. Like it, whenever I have it right for me, it always says happy day. That's one of the first things I always say is happy day. So you're going to see that splashed in. I already have a book out called Honey Unique Counseling Skills. So this is what I did, and this is just some pointers for people. First, when you're using AI in chat and any of them, you can see how each chat interacts with it, with your profile, but you can teach it how to speak to you. Like I want mine to be conversational, matter of fact. I tell it how I want it to speak to me, but also I'll tell it, especially if I'm writing a book, I want it to sound and interact and speak the way that I would. So you can put in information like your bio,
Yeah.
and then also snippets of things you've already written, and then ask it what it is how do I ask it in response to what you've put in? What is my writing style? How do I how what is the way that I interact? So it told me that I'm empathetic, that I very much inform people, but also am nurturing and challenging people to be the best version of themselves. So I put a snippet of something I've already written. So so it's important to load it and let it know who you are. Then it's easy for it to write for you and like you. That it's easier for you to edit what it's written because it's already put in your pizzazz, right? So I would say always, whenever you want to use chat, make sure you put, I call it your profile. So, and then I always ask it, do you remember the Erica profile? And it says yes. And then it'll go back and tell me all the things that it knows about how I interact. Then after that, I go ahead and give it the prompt. But if I want it to have a persona, which we have personas, which is what I want to share with you all today. So I'm going to let you all know a project that that I actually worked on before getting on here. And I've been heavily in chat all day working on this. I'm so excited. So I have this, I volunteer with this nonprofit called Meerkat Impact. Okay. And what I did was I was speaking to the founder and I created a persona from a persona from their website. So I went to their website and I'll show it to you all right here. Okay, so this is the website. And I actually got bits of the story. But you take the URL of the website and then you put it into this area right here, create from the URL. So you just paste it in there, right? And actually, the URL didn't go in there. Just a second, you all. So you get that and you put that in the URL, right? And so then you click create persona. Now I've already done this, so it's over here. Resilient riser is the persona. And so it actually maps it out, everything, demographics, psychographics, voice profile, tone profiles. Now, I'll have to tell you, this was what caused me to say, I want Ruby. I was in Dr. Tanya had a chat on AI. I'm a AI enthusiast and I had already enjoyed chat. So I enjoyed chat so much I had renamed it Gilly because I thought chat GPT was just not the name that I wanted it to be. So I renamed it Gilly, right? So me and Gilly was having a love affair. All right. I'm up late talking to Gilly all day and all night. And then here comes Ruby, honey, twisting on in, right? Dr. Tanya introduced me to her. And when she showed me this is what made me say, okay, because chat, Gilly don't do this. Gilly doesn't do this. Anyway, so you just put
ChatGPT does this, but not as good. It does something like this, but not as thorough, not
look
as
at this.
deep.
This is absolutely robust. Like
It's not
it
as
gives
deep.
you the primary age, it gives you the secondary age, gender. This is just from the website. That's why I'm like, what? Just from the website? Income level, education, occupation, the household they come from, because this is the people who they're specifically addressing in this nonprofit. Then psychographics. Basically, you all, this is what, whenever you do any kind of market research, this is what they're wanting you to get. This is it. This is the information. This is the information. Pain points right here. Like everybody says, speak from the pain points. There we go. Right there. Just from the website and I put it in here. Now it's there. Now I can address them appropriately every time whenever I put that persona in. Then voice profiles, how you should talk to them. Empathetic, encouraging, inspirational. Then tone profiles, empathetic, encouraging, inspirational. So you put all these things in, and then it asks you if you want to make it even more customized by putting in things that you know specifically about that person. So this is what I built everything else that I'm about to show you from. I started first getting the persona. Then I went over here to chat. Okay. And I said IntelliChat, which we're going to call it that because Ruby's IntelliChat. And I kind of I like Gemini. I just use Gemini a lot because I use Google a lot. So I'm accustomed to how to interact with that the most and the best, not actually chat, because I've been interacting with Google a lot these days. So the one that I have, and you can put this as your default one. So on default, I have it on Gemini, right? So let me go over here and get the information that I have been doing right here. Here is the information. So I'm going to share all this with you all. This beautiful conversation that I've had with Ruby and Gemini today. So I put in here, who is most likely to donate to a nonprofit serving this demographic? I put in the persona. It gave me who I'm looking for. Because of course, when you're dealing with a nonprofit, you have to think about the people who you have as a target, which is the at-risk youth, is the end user. You have to have the people who are going to donate to these to the cause, right? And then you also have to have the people who are advocates of the cause that can tell other people about it and bring other people to the programming, right? So I was really mapping out. I got the persona from the website, but I also needed personas of the other stakeholders. All right. So I hope everybody is following me, because I'm dropping a lot of business information too. A lot of people are not targeting correctly. They're thinking about, oh, I want to give this thing to this person, but that person may not be able to afford that thing that you have. So you need to probably address someone else, like a funder, like another stakeholder that will drive traffic to that programming that you're creating for the end user, which for this case, it's the at-risk youth. All right. So I'm asking questions. I'm asking who will do it. Then I said, who's going to advocate for them? So then I got the advocates right here. Then I asked, with this target is who, I was just making sure that it was clear that I'm making sure that, and then I said, I need it to do better. Now, something that I think that a lot of people don't do with AI is you let it spit out things, but then you don't ask it to do better, be better, right? You can ask it to do better, be better. I learned that actually even more so when I did that AI training, is to help it to dig and do better and be better. It will even ask you, if you keep asking it to do better, what do you want me to know in order to do better? All right. So that's something that you all should also think about when you're interacting with Ruby, to get the things, Ruby and AIs and all the AIs that you have. Now, I also got a prompt. Now, I want to tell you all, I went through all of this and I ended up putting all this in our big old document. Then let me go down here. Hey, I want to do blogs. There's a module for that too. You can go straight into modules from the chat, right? There is a module for blog post outline, blog post conclusion paragraphs are right here that you can use if you want to do blogs, because one of the roles that I'm doing with this nonprofit is creating blogs and thinking about the curriculum for a particular activity that they're going to be doing. All right, so I used the modules for that. Then I said, okay, and I'm just scrolling through this conversation that I'm putting in. I put a lot of information from the website in here, and then it started building out the letters and information that I'll be sending out to all of the different types of people who are involved with this nonprofit, the funders, the advocates, and the youth, and addressing particular things like ACEs, like legacy building, like community and the importance of community. So I created 5 blogs, okay, using Ruby. 5 blogs. Y'all see my blogs? I'm reworking them. 5 tips to start your legacy building today. All there for you. And then the power of community is another one. ACEs. And then I asked it to create a prompt for me to put in a picture. So let me show y'all that. I got a prompt, and I went over here to the image lab and I put it in. And then I got pictures. Oh, here they are from the prompt. I chose this one because I asked for a diverse group of children. I mean, of 18 to 19, 25-year-olds coming together to create unity and to feel connected. And that's what the prompts told me to put in that I got from Ruby. So there's the project that I've been working on. And so, yeah, I wanted to just share that with you all. And you see how you can just use all this.
It
You
did
can
have to
use
leave
Ruby to create, like, and I think I took about 2 or 3 hours working through it. You all, the outcome was 5 blogs, a picture, a curriculum, and the description from the curriculum. All right, like, yeah, we are not playing out here. Not playing out here with Ruby. Trying to accomplish things, and she can help you. She can help you get all that done fairly easily, right? So, what else have you been working on regarding with Ruby, Ishameen?
Oh, me actually, not much. I've been working on some other stories, but I'm keeping them close to the vest because they're coming together for me. So just doing.
Okay.
I've been doing some of the write-ins and everything. It's been on the. I've been concentrating on my fiction writing this time, and so my fiction stories are a little bit close to the best because they're a little bit. I have not come out. I've been so on the nonfiction side that for me, my fiction writing is a little bit. I have not come up with a fiction book yet, a fiction story yet. Everything has been nonfiction. So I'm still working on a fiction. This is be my first time coming out with fiction writing. So I'm learning that particular genre. I'm learning to exercise those chops. I never have. So I am very, very just a little like nervous about it. And so that's why I keep it close to the vest. Now, if it was nonfiction, it'd be no problem. But this is fiction. So I'm just, I be holding on to stuff too much. I know.
No, it's all good. You know, it's all
It's the
well.
nonfiction writing, and
See.
so
Let's
I'm
see
not
if
as
there's
confident. I'm
anything.
not as confident. I will admit to y'all, I'm not as confident with fiction writing because everything I have published so far has been nonfiction. Is it, and self help area. I've been in a lot of anthologies and everything, and this is like okay. I'm telling you, growing up, I always want to be Joan Collins' little sister Jackie because Jackie Collins was a writer. If y'all don't know, hopefully y'all. I'm dating myself, all right? I am a woman of a certain age, okay? I'm a woman of a certain age, all right? Joan Collins, the actress from Dynasty, okay, has a younger sister, Jackie Collins, and she writes books. And I loved her books growing up because I was a reader. And I was like, oh, I want to be her sister so bad, even though she white, all right? Because I love to read her book. I love to read Jackie Collins' books. So now I'm writing fiction books. So that's what I've been doing.
All right. Awesome.
All right, so it has nothing to do with. So I've been writing fiction. Okay.
Yeah, I was just going through here to see if there's anything in here. Okay, so right here, anything in here that I wanted to look at because these are the modules. But I was also thinking about, you know, with writing books, you have to have a marketing plan that goes with it. And so was going through to see if I could find a particular marketing plan uh, for a person who wrote a book. I thought I saw something
Well,
on
they
here.
have generators, but it doesn't say, and this is just, it's not genre specific. Okay, so ebook generator is the ebook generator, and they'll do, again, fiction, nonfiction. If you're not, again, if you ever been in anthologies, self-help books, things like that, it, they're just books. But I guess when you come down to the difference between the both, like you can write a nonfiction book with your eyes closed. Okay. You can write a self help book, help people with counseling, no problem. All right. Try to write a book about a shifter. Okay. Community. Becomes different. That's all.
Yes, I think that would all come from your imagination.
Yeah.
And for people, and I mean, that's something to think about too, is like I'm a creative, and so you know how a lot of people were and are afraid of AI, how it's going to replace us. I just, because I'm a creator, I don't think that a computer will ever be able to do what I could come up with, because I am able to create and make so many things all the time. I've never been a person that was afraid of putting anything out there, because I just felt like they could take that. If they want to take it, fine. I mean, I could create something else, because that's just who I am. That's how I move. So I never was afraid of that. I just, but one thing I have to say about here is we do have the option within Ruby called Ghost
Yeah.
that will allow you to take it through so that it cleans it up, and that it is not detectable as generated by AI. And then one thing that Dr. Tanya told me about is that, because I was asking her about, so in Chat GPT, you can go into the settings and set it up to be your ghostwriter, right? So
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to do that in Ruby, and I have not been able to do it, but that's okay. What I do is I just take the profile and I put it in first, and then it knows how to speak for me. But in Chat, it you could just turn it on and off if you want it to be your ghostwriter or not.
Well, you know what? It's all in the prompt. And that's what, the better you are at your prompting, the better you are at anything you do. And just like nonfiction, the same thing goes with your fiction writing. If you could write a hell of a prompt, it will, and reprompt it, and you can go that same, you can, it can get crisp on you. Okay. And and definitely some of the classes that I've been in, some of the people that I've seen, the better you are at writing your prompts, it gives you back what you give out. And so just
Yes,
and
and
it,
that's one thing I love about, I love about AI, is because that's how I am anyway. Um, so as a person that likes to delegate, right? And when you think about children, or being a CEO or COO of a business, you have to tell people step by step everything that you want. You can't go say mop a floor. You have to say, get the bucket, put the hot water in it. So I know how to speak to AI as if I am directing it to do what I want. I'm thinking about the outcome, and how can I get that it to do what I want the outcome, what I see that vision to be. But I got to take the steps. A lot of people don't think in steps, and we have to think in steps even with AI. You just can't tell it your overall vision and think you're going to get it. You have to tell them some steps on how you're going to get to it, or input some steps to get to where you're wanting it to go. So
that's the
I
important
never
thing.
had a problem with AI really giving me what I want. But because it's actually a language model, right? So if you're not very good at communicating, then it can really teach you how to communicate better, because it's going to keep giving you the thing you're not you're not, it's not creating what you wanted to create. So you're going to have to put in more and learn how to communicate well and clear with it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why prompting is a whole class in itself. Learning how to write prompts, and those who know how to write prompts better get, I guess, get the better stuff.
I know it's so funny that it's so funny that they say learn how to prompt, but really it's learn how to delegate. Like it is learning how to delegate. If you want anything, you need to, when you delegate, you're going to have to be clear on what it is. That's
Well,
why
you
I
know
sit
what?
around making
What
SOPs all day. Because
Well, put it
people,
like this: what level kid are we talking to? Okay, and sometimes it's like, okay, tell it like you're telling a 7 year old. Okay, so, and sometimes when I had to explain stuff to my child when he was 7. Okay, and sometimes it's like that's when I had to really break stuff down to him and say, okay, this is how we gonna mop the floor. This is how when teaching him how to clean up his room, you know what I'm saying? Or and just explain things like that. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you
yep,
got to take it back to that when you explain and prompting. Like you got to take it back to when you were explaining this is how we do things the first time
exactly.
to your child
Exactly.
to get it to do, get them to do it right the first time or going through those
Exactly.
steps and going through those steps. Okay, all
I mean,
right,
but it actually, it's so funny to me that with people and with AI, people have high expectations for them to be able to read your mind. But I actually feel sorry for AI and for children who have
you
parents or certain people who's directing them but are not telling them the steps and making them think for you, because basically you're asking it to coach you through training you. Also, that's one of the issues that a lot of people have when they go get a VA. They think this VA is going to be able to tell you, but a VA does not, is not supposed to have to tell you. You're supposed to tell that person exactly what you want them to do and how you want them to do it using whatever resources and stuff that you have. You need to have them understand the system and how they played a role in the system of doing their particular task. Don't
Yeah,
get me
well, you
started
know how
with that.
you gotta sit down and think about what you do, because you know how you so used to doing what you do that it's so effortless for you to
Yes,
do that you have to sit down and say, "What is it that I do,
yes,
and how do I?" So I have to sit down and think, "Okay, this is how I do this." And guess what? It's like driving. Okay, the first time when I learned how to drive, they was like, "Go to driving school and learn how to do it right, the correct way." To turn on the signal because as you start going through life, you cut corners. And so you pass the driving test the first time and do it the right way. I need you to learn how to do it the official way that they teach you to pass the test. And then we're gonna teach you how, nowadays when you drive it, do you be putting on your lipstick, doing all other stuff, all the stuff that you ain't supposed to be doing? Okay. And how people can purchase Ruby AI is okay. There we are going to put up
okay,
our.
you can go to this website. You can go to my website or Ishameen's. I will put Ishameen's up in a minute, but it's Erica Kesse myflexai.com/Ruby. And you'll just scroll on down to the bottom here. And you'll see right here one subscription right here. It's if you want to be a customer and get Ruby, you can choose basic, pro, premium, or premium plus. All right. But if you would like to be a distributor like me, Dr. Tanya, Ishameen, Heidi, then it's $15 instead of $20 that you'll pay. Or it's $25 instead of $30 that you'll pay. And so you get unlimited chat for the basic, 10,000 words, 20 credits, one workspace, one collaborator, unlimited personas. And you all saw the personas today, and 1 gigabyte of storage. For Pro, it matters on how much you use Ruby. You may want to go to Pro or you may want to go to Premium. And so you get 50 credits here. All right, 3 workspaces, 3 collaborators, and 5 gigabytes of storage. And then at the premium price, $55 a month, you get unlimited chat as well, all the way through. You get, oh, I'm sorry, there's an increase in words for the pro as well, as you all can see that. And then you get 100 credits, 5 workspaces, 5 collaborators. So then you'll click the button here, try Ruby AI today, and that will take you in to go ahead and get yourself set up to try Ruby by clicking this button here. Alrighty. And it'll get you all signed up, put your email in here, and get you subscribed. Okay. And get you set up to start your beautiful journey into interacting with Ruby and having Ruby at your fingertips, who has all of the all of the AIs that's with her in a bundle. All right.
Right.
That's how you purchase it.
And what I love about Ruby is she has the music, she has the voiceovers. So if you are making reels, she's excellent at. She has the voiceovers, she has the music, so you can put it all together.
Oh my goodness, you all. I'm so sorry. I was not sharing that screen that I just walked. I was just over here talking and not even sharing the screen I was talking about. Okay, here we go. Let me go back. You're going to go to, like I said, Erica Kesse myflexai.com/Ruby. One subscription to rule them all is what you would come scrolling down to the bottom, and you'll see basic, pro, premium, and you can decide to choose from one of these options. Now if you want to be a distributor, then it is $5 off this rate, and that means you'll be doing kind of the things that we're doing right now, telling people about it, having them to learn about Ruby. But you can join one of our teams. I am on, I think Heidi is like Tanya's lead, and then Tanya's my lead, and then I am interacting with Chemeen, and we're all just work together in the community to tell people about Ruby, because everybody's just so concerned and interacting with everybody's chat, everything, right? When we're trying to tell them, hey, we got chat and the rest of them, we got all of them, we got a whole squad. Okay, come be over here and pay one price for everybody instead of one price for that one thing and then paying a price for each one of them. All right.
And once
So
people find out about what all the stuff that Ruby can do, then they're like, oh wow, I didn't know. Like, again, first of all, it's one place, one password. Okay. And that in itself, because you be logged in under one email and forgot the password, because you have to log in to 3 or 4 different places. So it's just one place. Then when you get inside, there is so much to see, especially when you get in and start just playing around with things. And every time, they are just like Canva and all other AIs, they're advancing. Ruby is too. And they're keeping up with the trends. They're keeping up with the latest too. And so they're moving forward. Other things are being added, which is great, because they're not falling behind. They're adding new things. Whatever's coming latest on the market, as they're getting better, Ruby's getting better too. So if it's coming out, or it's the latest and the greatest, Ruby's going to add it too. It wants to be the premier, and it's so great that it's all in one place. It's all in one place. It just makes it so much easier. And so I love it. And so that's what, especially royal free music. I mean, getting the artwork, and getting the artwork from the AI, they make the suggestion. You could just put it into Midjourney, get the picture right then and there. And I love that. And
and that's
so,
your picture. That is, like, nobody else has that. That's yours. And it doesn't look like anybody else's either.
right.
So
With Midjourney,
there are people, Ishmi, I don't know if you know this, there are people out there that are going on AI, putting in prompts for stuff, and then going on Etsy and selling the pictures.
yes, I know. And that's what and and like I was telling you last week, that's why it becomes important to upgrade your photos. Like when we was talking about it, to make your photos, there's a way to take your photos and make sure that you upgrade them, to make sure that the photos are, what's the term for it? The photo labs, and they just did it to make sure that the photos are like professional looking. And so they have it in here. And that, understand, that is a whole app in itself to make sure that your photos look image enhancer. The image enhancer, they have an image enhancer that is a whole app by itself, just to enhance the images, to make sure that they are photo grade so you can put up on Etsy by itself. Rubi
Oh,
AI
wow. Okay.
has its
And
own.
that's another thing that Ruby has that you would have to go get, you know, another
And,
app or another thing to
yes,
put.
and
Mhm.
even though Canva has an image enhancer itself, it's not that great. You would go to another outside project to get its image enhancer to make sure your images are good enough if you want to sell on Etsy. If you want to sell selling images is a thing. And so people buy them, and you want to make sure you have a great image enhancer if you're selling it on Etsy. You know what I'm saying? I stay up to, yeah, you want to make sure your images are on par. It's
That's
smooth
right.
out things just so you can sell them. And Ruby music, I love Ruby music because having that little music in the background and everything, and it be
Mhm.
royalty free and everything. Yes, we have it. So little things like
Okay, and so we have only 5 minutes left. Want to remind everyone that, and I want everybody to follow and interact with Heidi, Dr. Tanya. We had Frederick here, and whoever else comes through. Let's all us connect with each other. And Dr. Tanya is having her Ruby event on the 27th, and it's on Monday, not this Monday coming up, and some days from now, 27th. So that we are going to come to Tanya's show, and we're going to be the Ericas on the scene. All right. So we're excited about that show. And yes, we all are a big family learning this together. I was just talking to a lady, and actually us working in interacting with Ruby, I'm refusing to, I try not to go to any other AIs. I try to really learn this one because I feel like we need to create us some kind of Ruby AI certification or something. And so that, because there are people out here getting paid very well to be AI engineers and AI, yeah, like getting paid well to do all these things in AI. So we need to get in on that. All right. Other than selling and interacting and distributing Ruby, we also need to be figuring out how we can leverage it as much as possible. So if you want this thing, please come on by, interact with us. And I do want to say one thing. I wanted to say something, and I've lost it. But let me go ahead and let us end our time together. Thank you all for coming. One thing that I want to say to anybody who's watching this later is that we want to help you with your projects, right? Like, this is one of the reasons that why we are coming together is to show you Ruby, but also help you see how Ruby can enhance your life. So come to us with anything that you need. I will be messaging everyone and letting them know that we are here to be of service to you. If you want us to help you along the way, I'm a business coach as well. I am a fractional COO and also a therapist. So if you have a project that you're working on, we will be happy to let you know how Ruby can be of service to you and have this one subscription and get everything that you need done. Thank you all so much. And Chemeen, tell them how they can interact with you.
right now, come see me on Instagram. I know today is the last day for TikTok, allegedly. Maybe not. I don't know. They're supposed to be giving grace. I don't know where we're at. So much is going on right now. So definitely I'm growing my YouTube channel. So, and definitely I'm in these LinkedIn streets. Erica has insisted I be on LinkedIn. So I'm definitely growing my presence over here on LinkedIn. I
You
love you.
need to be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the
Yeah,
place to be. Serious.
yes, I'm going to be here on LinkedIn. I have been charged with being here on LinkedIn, so you'll see me here on LinkedIn.
I mean, it's just the place to be. There's like, oh my goodness, my daughter's on LinkedIn. Even though she's not, they say people are only supposed to be 16 when they're on LinkedIn. My daughter been on LinkedIn since she's been 12. All right, because LinkedIn is safe. It ain't a whole lot of chaos going on LinkedIn. Okay, people here for business. All right, people here to get things done. We don't have no time for no rigmarole over here on LinkedIn. All right. Anyway,
The
so you
rigmarole.
all, love to interact with you all and network with you all. If you're interested in Ruby, please reach out. We'll be happy to facilitate you coming and being a part of it. And also, if you have any projects that you want us to help you with, we'd be happy to show you how Ruby can benefit you. Create a thriving rest of your day, you all. And we'll talk to you all next week. And we will be on Dr. Tanya's show on the 27th. Create a good rest of your day. Bye.
Bye. And that was